Well, hey folks, back for another episode of Fat Off the Bone and going solo today. I tell you, things have exploded for us. He had some other obligations, and I said, well, let me do a quick chicken thigh recipe that we do in a muffin pan. A lot of competition guys use that. I'm not a competition cook, but it is a neat way of doing it. Be something fun to try. I think, especially if you're cooking for kids, they'll like it, and adults as well. But I ordered something, and some Glazing cocoa. This is a coconut based or pure coconut charcoal, and I've used coconut charcoal several times. It's here in North Carolina where we are, it's not that easy to find. I found this on the Zon, and my UPS man brought it to me. What's funny about it is, and I'll get a closer photograph, but it says small batch. So I thought, well, bourbon's good in small batches, so the charcoal's got to be good in a small batch. And so anyway, we'll do an unboxing here. So this is 20 pounds. I think I paid, I think it was $27. So that's how it comes, and I can impress you with pulling this string. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fight. Somebody told me one time, said, don't spend a lot of time on your video showing us how to open a bag of charcoal. I said, okay. My trusty knife is just as good. I don't want to tear the whole top off. But so these come in logs, and uh-oh, look at it. They sent me some fat wood with it. Lighter knot, as we call it here in the South. Some people might call it fat wood. I'm not going to use this. I might use that in my. That's a nice touch. There's probably more in there. There's 3 pieces. I'm sure there's more if I dig down. But coconut charcoal is made from coconut shells, and it's mixed and extruded. You'll see that. So we're going to give that a shot, and we'll see how it cooks. Again, I've used it several times in the past. It's a good fuel source. It burns very clean, and just like we talk about pellets, you're not going to get a charcoal. You're not going to get a coconut flavor from this. Just like you don't get an apple flavor, you don't get a cherry flavor. It's all about the intensity of the smoke. So like a hickory wood or an oak is going to have a lot stronger smoke taste. When you start using that on like chicken and fish, it can overpower it. So you want to use a lighter wood, so to speak, lighter flavored smoke. But so anyway, this we're gonna get this into the egg. We're gonna be using a big green egg today. This is my I think this is a large. I like this one. It's good for 4 or 5 people. We're gonna cook 4, and these are kind of the industry standard. I really like it. I've got a couple more different Kamados, but my egg is really good, and I like the fact that I've got it in my table. My other ones are freestanding with sides that flip up, trays, but I like this one, and we're going to get this lit and show you how to work. All right, so I have my coconut charcoal inside the egg, and you can see I've got a little bit of lump that's left from another cook. And what I like about lump is that you can extinguish it and put it out. But I'm going to be using my loop lighter, and this is a handy little gizmo. Shane and I talk a lot about using chimneys, and I do use a chimney I guess daily because I grill out about every day. Use that, but I do like this, and I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to real time and show you how it works. You can tell I've really used it a lot, but it's a good electric lighter, and I happen to have my electrical outlet out here in my cooking area out here on the deck. So let's turn this on and get this going. put a little bit of lump up under the new charcoal, just because I thought that would help light it quick. Some smaller pieces. And we're starting to get some smoke there. There's not a lot of, really not a lot of surface area on this charcoal here that you would get, say, in a bag of lump. So it's taking just a little bit longer to get going. Alright, so it's lit and it's lit in there, and we'll come back to that in just a few minutes, maybe about 10 or 15 minutes it'll be ready, and while we're doing that I'm going to be getting the chicken ready. Alright folks, so we have the charcoal, our coconut charcoal. I don't know if you can tell, we got some smoke coming out of here, so we're getting the egg heated up, and we want to get it to about 300 degrees, 325. We'll be fine on that. But what we're going to be doing is using our muffin pans, and I use this one a lot for on the grill. We're going to be doing chicken thighs, and again, this is one of the ways that people use it for competitions. I'm not a competition cook, but I'm going to show you how to do this. And the first thing is I didn't buy boneless thighs, so I'm going to just cut this bone out. Very simple, easy to do here. When I bought these chicken thighs, this really wasn't the plan that I had. So, but you can buy them with the bone already removed, and that'd be very. Let me see this step. But again, chicken thighs are going to be dark meat. They've got a little bit of fat on them, fat around them. And what you want to do is, anytime you're cooking in the kitchen, make sure that you have a sharp knife. This is a new one that I ordered. Moriki, maybe. It's made in Sweden, and I like it because it's plastic handle, stainless steel blade. It's about $25. Our season of festivals is coming up, and when we do our health inspections, health departments like to see stainless steel blades and plastic handles so that you can sanitize very easy. That's one reason I bought it. So I've cut the bones out of these. I'm gonna trim up any extra fat. Just a little bit of meat there. So we got some nice fillets here. Well, not fillets, thighs here that we've deboned very quickly. Now, let me show you Let me show you a little trick that you may want to try. And if you can get this skin pulled off, not all the way off, but we're not going to discard it, so that's not the reason we're doing this. So that, pull that skin back. Let me show you a little trick. Handy dandy little. I love blue shop towels. They're thick and strong, and they really don't cost any more than regular paper towels. But next time you're at Megalo Mart or wherever you buy your towels, grocery stores aren't going to have them, but somewhere like a Walmart may, and also auto supplies. Get some of the blue shop towels. You'll fall in love with them, especially out here grilling. But I found some stuff called black garlic seasoning, and it is just going through the shelves of the spice rack. So that looks pretty interesting. It could have been around for years and years. I just recently found it. I used it the other night on some beef, and it was great. Nope, I apologize. I used it on some pork butts, and it turned out really good. I was got to reading the garlic has been fermented, and then it's got, if I can see it, it's got other spices in here, but it's really good. I think this bottle was $2.50. But pull this skin back on your chicken and season underneath that skin. So try that. And that'll get the seasoning down on the meat and not just on that top layer. And then put your kind of fat cap back on. And you can pull that up in a nice little package there. Oh, that seasoning up underneath there is good stuff. We're just going to do a pack of 4 here. So we're going to take our muffin pan, and I found this one years ago at a thrift store. I got a lot of thrift stores and look in the cooking section, and you get really good sauce pans that are expensive pans, and for whatever reason, people moving out, cleaning out, just didn't want it. I pick up a lot of frying pans, especially I use that on a catering circuit. You burn them up, you throw them away, you throw them away a $2 pot or pan. Those work good. So what we're going to do is you're going to get you a muffin pan. If it's got more than this, you only have to worry about what you're using. So get your muffin pan, and the first thing you want to do is take you some chicken stock, and this is some homemade chicken stock, and you're going to put just a little bit in each one that we're going to put our chicken breast in. I keep saying breast, I apologize. Our chicken thighs in. So then you're going to take some butter. And I use real butter, you can tell. So we're going to just put a pat of butter in each one of these cups. There we go. And that's that. And now, we're going to take this these are pretty big, so we're going to get them. We're going to put that down in that liquid in that butter. Skin side up. Now you'll see some videos or some people tell you it needs to be skin side down. And if these were a little bit bigger, we might be handy. But this is going to do the trick for what we're going to do. Because we're going to cook in this to start with. That's gonna form that chicken thigh as it cooks. So you see what we have here, and we'll get some liquid that we pushed out. So we're going to get the make sure the grill is up to temp. I'm going to put a diffuser in, a heat deflector, heat diffuser, place setter on these Kamados, on this egg. And the reason I'm going to do that is because unlike a Weber or a PK grill or a gas grill that you have different burners, I don't have it all. I don't have a zone cooking on this, so I'm not going to have charcoal because of the design. So I have to put a heat deflector in there. So I'll be doing that and then putting that down, and I'll show you that when we come back when I get everything set. So let me get the charcoal up to temp, and we'll come back and we'll talk about that. Alrighty, so our egg is up to temp, right about 300 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and put our pan of chicken on the grill, and we're going to put it right in the middle, and we will check back on that in about 45 minutes to an hour. So whatever your favorite beverage is, or if you're doing this for a meal, doing several, go ahead and work on your sides or just listen to some good music. So again, about 45 minutes to an hour, we'll check back on those and see what the progress is, and then we're gonna, you know what, I'll save that. We'll explain what the next step in cooking these thighs are. Okay, folks, it's probably been close to an hour since we put our chicken thighs on in our pan. We maintained the temperature here on the egg at 300 degrees. As you can see, they're starting to brown up good. Everything's bubbling. Maybe a little hard to see from that angle. But what I want to do now is I'm just going to pull these off here, and we'll just leave that open. And what I want to do is I'm going to take these chicken thighs out, and they've really kind of turned into a baseball, tennis ball size. And we're not going to retain any of this liquid here. That's not anything that we need to worry about keeping up with. But what I'm going to do now is you can glaze with any kind of your favorite barbecue sauce. If you've got some concoction that you've made up, I'm just going to use straight honey, and this honey's from out of my hives here. That I raise bees, and I like that hobby. It helps with the gardening for pollinators. But this is some honey that I took off back in the fall. So this gets a little messy, but I'm going to just glaze my thighs here. Oh, they smell good. With this honey. Again, here at Fat Off the Bone, we don't get all the little fancy ramekins, and we don't have a kitchen staff to help us. So this is the way I do it, or this is the way I do it. So good honey right out of the hive here, not 100 yards from where I'm doing the cooking. So what I'm going to do now, and I did do a test on the temperature, and we want to make sure chicken's done. We'll make sure it's at least 165, and this now is, it's at 165. Let me get this one here. 167. So they're done, but we're gonna take them out of the pan. I'm gonna put them back on the grill, and we're just gonna crisp these up just a little bit. And that is a great little portion size. Maybe another 20 minutes on here. At some point in that, I may baste again with some more honey. I'm not sure that I will. I'll give them a check here in a few minutes. But at least 20 more minutes on here at 300 degrees. And these things will be making some mouths happy here for them. Alright, so we took them out of the muffin pan, and we basted them with some of our local honey, as local as we can get. Again, 100 yards away out of our hives. And these things look incredible. Now, what I did is, because because of my diffuser, or deflector, not a diffuser, sorry. Because of the deflector, or plate setter, there is, on the sides, it allows heat to come up. So I moved them over to the side to give them a little more direct heat. And I'm telling you, these look absolutely delicious. Again, this would be an easy way to cook these. It's a fun way to cook it. Kind of something unique, maybe for the kids or the young at heart, to show them that they had muffin pan chicken. Maybe start something there at your own kitchen. So cut into this, and I'll get a close-up shot here in just a moment. These are absolutely perfect. Remember, we pulled that skin back, and we seasoned the meat and then laid the skin and wrapped back around it. Try that next time you do thighs. You can do that on a chicken breast or any piece of meat, really. Probably not a leg's not going to work, and a wing definitely, but on the thighs and on the breast, you're going to be able to do that. Put that seasoning under there. I think you'll find that it adds another, a little more boost in flavor when you do that. So that's great. We'll come back. Let me. I'm a one-man show today, one-man gang, and let me get the camera, and we'll come back and I'll show you a little close-up of how this looks. All right, as you can see, that is just a perfect piece of chicken, moist, and it's done, and you can tell that fat cap is crispy the way it comes off like that. Folks, that is going to make some mouths happy. So, thank you for watching this episode of Fat Off the Bone. If it's your first time, please hit the subscribe button. It's free, you know, and we try to put up a video every week of something that's easy to cook, no fancy ingredients, not ingredients it's going to be hard to find, and again, things that are great meals, last minute meals. All right, thank you for watching Fat Off the Bone, and we'll see you next time.